Wow. I mean, come on.
A lotus flower.
Oh. Yeah? Well, would you look at that? Another would-be suitor journeyed far and wide just to gaze upon me. Not that I blame you. And get totally rejected. Fine. Ogle if you must.
You have the wrong idea. I'm not seeking a mate. I don't even know who you are.
What? I'm Narcissus, dummy. The Narcissus. And if you're no would-be suitor, then why don't you relieve me of one of these innumerable gifts the others offered in vain? Then beat it. Yeah. Just...
The mirror sheen of the standing waters all about revealed to denizens of Oceanus their full selves, to their horror or to their delight.
This is not a good view.
Excuse me? I have one rule, and that's look, but don't touch, okay? In fact, why don't you stand a little farther back? And also tell me how come you keep showing up like this?
I've some affairs to settle in the lower reaches of the underworld. Thought I'd take this rather scenic route through this chamber of yours.
Oh, it isn't my chamber. I just find the waters here particularly clean and reflective, and far fewer would-be suitors than an asphodel. Remember to take a gift before you go. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Yeah, looking good, man. Suitors. Sometimes I wonder, what would it have been like were I not so unbelievably attractive? Some things would have been easier. Not having everybody fall in love with me. Maybe arithmetic.
You're concerned that you're too winsome for your own good. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't find you particularly attractive.
Oh, I know you don't mean that. Though I appreciate you trying to comfort me. As a friend. Best wishes.
Thanks. As you've made no attempt to snap my head from my shoulders, unlike many other things lurking about, I'm compelled to give you this. Just as a casual acquaintance, to be clear.
You give me such tokens of affection, full knowing I've already got a lot of them and, more importantly, am spoken for. Fine. Here's something to remember me by.
How could I ever forget you, Narcissus?
So yeah, just all of it. It's, oh, hey.
Don't the vicious creatures contaminating these chambers make this a rather dangerous place in which to laze about?
Oh, I've made clear to them that they don't stand a chance with me at all. In my position, it's not good to send mixed messages, both for my suitors' sakes and for my own. Man, you are so...
A lotus flower.
Oh, know what I mean? Don't worry, man. She's not so bad. She doesn't stay for long. Soon it'll just be you and me again. And all those shades back there.
Pardon the interruption, Narcissus. Were you just speaking to your own reflection there?
They're always quick to judge, aren't they? Look, Laurel or whatever your name is, you'll never understand what I've got. Don't even try. Hey, man, tell me something. Can you keep a secret? Because Oh.
Don't you get lonely sitting here, staring into those waters? Especially in a place like this?
Lonely? I don't know the meaning of the word. I have the best company you could ever ask for. Me. How did you get so? Oh, the hair, the lips, the eyes. Those eyes, man. Know what I mean?
There.
No, stop. Look, I can tell you're having trouble moving on. Maybe you ought to spend a little time down in the fields. Clear your head, put the pieces of your heart back together and all that.
If you mean the morning fields, I don't think that's a healing place. The shades there wallow in self-pity and speechless despair. Although there is one who repeats whatever I say to her.
Repeats whatever you say to her. I knew a nymph like that one time. Nice girl. But she didn't get me. Only ever talked about herself. I had to cut her off.
So you do know Echo, the mountain nymph. She's languishing in the fields even now, apparently because of you. I can hardly get through to her.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, tell her Narcissus really wants what's best for her. Unless that's me. Don't tell her that part, though. Oh, a present. You're so thoughtful and all that. Don't mean to be rude about it, just don't get the wrong idea, okay?
If I'm to keep taking from your copious supply of unused gifts, seems only fair that I give something in return from time to time.
That her again? That's her. Don't worry, man, this won't take long. This won't take long at all. Laurel, right?
It's Malinui. I spoke to Echo about you. Said you didn't mean to hurt her, though perhaps I shouldn't have. She responded in her usual way, but I could tell something happened. You broke her heart.
She broke her own heart. They always fall for people who don't love them back. Anyway, I'm sure she'll find someone who thinks she's awesome. Plenty of fish in the sea.
Yes, I've noticed. So, has anybody ever fallen out of love with you? Or do they all end up in the morning fields, pining for you for eternity?
All I know is no one's ever loved me as much as me. They're all too busy feeling sorry for themselves to really care, you know? You can't love someone if you can't love yourself. Hey, you look great, man. Thought I'd mention it. Because I'm thinking it, you know?
Lotus.
Suitors. Hey, tell me something. Is Echo really not okay? I thought about the things you said. How she was all alone down in the fields. How could I hurt someone without even trying, you know?
Narcissus, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm impressed you've given any thought to someone else. As for Echo, she seems to be getting by. Is there something you'd like to say to her should I cross paths with her again?
Sure, go ahead and tell her that I hope she finds someone who loves her like I love me. But don't tell her I said it. She'd just get the wrong idea and her heart would break. Again. Oh man. Like, damn. I mean, what am I gonna do? It's just like...
Always use more.
Here we go again. Oh, it's you again. Look, I want you to leave me alone, okay? Because I'm in a state of grief, and the only one I want to see me that way is me.
State of grief? Wait. What's with the water here? It's gone all murky or something. Oh no, you can't see a reflection anymore.
Don't need to rub it in, dummy. Not like you can do something about it anyway. A lot of things turn ugly after a while, so please excuse me while I mourn for what I've lost. It's like I still remember how you used to look. Just, I miss you, man. Oh, it's you. Oh, how thoughtful and all that. You dummy, though. Don't you realize I'm just gonna add this to the pile with the rest, so that some other would-be suitor ends up taking it?
Sure, it's a gift. You get to decide what to do with it. Perhaps one of those other would-be suitors would enjoy it if that's what you want. These waters are still filthy. I know all sorts of purification rites. You've aided me so often, the least I can do is help sort this out.
And what exactly do you have in mind? A bunch of soap? I don't think that's gonna work. It's a big sea out there. No, I think I'm just gonna have to move on.
That may be just the thing. You said before you wish to mourn for what you've lost. I know the perfect place for that. Find Echo in the morning fields. Sincerely speak to her, thus cleansing your aura. And I can do the rest.
You think me talking to Echo's gonna clear things up? Well, couldn't hurt, I guess. And they love me down in the fields. Tell you what, I'm gonna give it some thought. Oh, I just can't. I can't even... What happened to us, man? Back, huh? Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm still here and everything. Though I've been thinking of a visit to the fields one of these days. Nights? I don't know.
Take all the time you need. I know it must be difficult, and the trip is treacherous. You could accompany me if you wish.
Sounds like a date. No, thanks. I get around just fine all by myself. But for now, I can still see a bit of my reflection if I squint hard enough. It's a good look. Maybe I should, like, go? Like somewhere else? But I can't leave you, man.
There. You're still wallowing in misery trying to see your reflection in a muddy pool. Why not just relocate? The waters aren't like this everywhere.
I'll never leave you, man. I got us into this. I'll find a way to get us out, okay? So don't you quit on me. We'll figure something out. Just need to stay focused. No distractions. So I was like, no way. But then I go, wait.
I can use this.
What if? Remember that one, man? I know you do. What? Oh, whoa, for me, how thoughtful. Look, try all you like. I can't requite your love. Thought I'd make myself about as clear as these waters, just in case you got the wrong idea again.
Not every gesture needs to be interpreted as having some romantic overtones, does it? You've made your feelings unambiguous, and I appreciate that. As a friend.
Laurel, look! The waters are all clear. You don't know how glad I am to see me. You must have done your thing. I'd give you a hug or something, but I wouldn't want you to take it the wrong way.
Excellent. So then the purification worked out after all. Echo must have taken whatever you said to heart. Perhaps you're not as hopelessly self-absorbed as I feared.
Say what? Oh, sorry, I was just... Yeah, I mean, just look at this. The chin, the turn of the cheek. Have you ever seen anything like it? Tell Echo I said hi, but as a friend. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Thank you.
Just... Yeah. So... Oh, I mean, hey. Don't know how to thank you for the water cleaning thing. Look at how crisp my reflection is. And the color contrast, huh? You've got a real future in water sanitation.
Perhaps the improved image quality will help you start to notice details other than yourself. The effect of the purification should last longer if you do.
What I'm trying to say is, I've decided to give you the greatest gift of all that I've received. So here's something from my private reserve.
Oh, thank you.
Wonder how Echo's doing, man. Down in the fields.
What's all this?
Nice and airy over there. Yeah. Rude. Hey, what's your problem anyway? Always huffing through here like you're late to something. You gotta learn to relax.
Sounds like you were there when the underworld opened up. It shouldn't have.
How come? That way I'd still be shriveled up in asphodel. You know what, though? Just forget I asked. You're killing my mood here.